go represent the brand, I want them to look like that. I want them to conduct themselves like that. I didn't know him personally, so I don't know him from a can of paint. He could have been a YN that was crazy, but you know what I'm saying? Like, once we started conversating, and I just, was just looking at him from afar, I was like, I like that. I'm a dog ass nigga with some dog ass ways, nigga 365.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk 101. Yeah, we gonna talk.
But before I ask that, Chief, did you ever patent the Eat Greedy name or anything like that?
No, because it really wasn't no fad or nothing to me. It's like something I really live by.
Right.
Something like, it wasn't nothing. It's just like, when them boys were talking about bling bling, it was just like, nah, nigga, we really shining. Like, it ain't, you ain't thinking about, it's gonna catch on and people go, it's just like really like I eat greedy. It's a mentality of like I really adapted and I wasn't thinking about,
because you used it so much. I would say you started that.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, but I never thought about paying it. Even though I, clothes, everything I stand about is eat greedy. You know what I'm saying? So I just never thought about patenting because I never looked at it as a business.
Yeah. The reason why I was asking, because when he used it, I was like, did he come to you and ask permission first before he used it to say, hey, I want to use this? That's the reason why
I'm going to tell you, because honestly, he ain't the first. He just the first person that I pretty much done embraced and be like, okay, I fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of boys who represent that eat greedy, you know what I'm saying, and screaming and got their own, they done, took it and ran with it and made it whatever they done made it out of. But when I looked at them, I was like, if somebody go represent the brand, I want them to look like that. I want them to conduct themselves like that. I didn't know him personally, so I don't know him from a can of paint. He could have been a YN that was crazy, but you know what I'm saying? Like, once we started conversating, and I just, was just looking at him from afar, I was like, I like that. I'm a dog ass nigga with some dog ass ways, nigga 365.
What made him special? Why you embraced him?
Yeah. I liked it. Then once we started talking, and then held a conversation with him, it was like, oh, he my kind. You know what I'm saying? Like, he not no typical, young cat. And then, like you say, he done sit down a little bit, so his maturity and understanding was like, I was messing with it because I was a mature young cat. I talked it to the older cats, you know what I'm saying? So I fuck with his mentality, you know what I'm saying? The music just extra icing on the cake.
That's hard.
So you're from Dallas?
Yes, man.
What part?
I'm from the Grove.
From the Grove? Okay.
The greedy?
Were you raised with your mom and your dad in the same household?
Nah, just my mama raised me.
Just your mama? Where was that?
In the Grove. We started off on John West side, Temple Park, down there by Peavy. Then we came to the other side, N65, in Brewton Oaks in the Falls. So my elementary years, that's where I was at. I was in the Grove, and that's where I was introduced. Like, when I was coming up, anything associated, if you heard anything Eat Greedy, it was associated with the Grove.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So if you heard Eat Greedy, he had to be somewhere from the Grove. That's how it used to be. You know what I'm saying? It's understood who started this shit. Like, everybody know Big Chief started this shit. You know what I'm saying? But like I said on the last interview, if you was in the mix, bro had really knocked the doors off in the Grove and was really eating in the Grove. You know what I'm saying? Even though everybody know bro from the West. So that name was just always associated with the Grove.
Right.
That's just how it was. So in my mind, I just wanted everybody to know where I was from. I'm saying if you in the culture, in terms of Dallas culture, I wanted them to know where I was from off the muscle and what kind of thinking, what type of individual I was by saying he eat greedy.
So you said that your dad wasn't in your life. Did you have a relationship with your father?
I guess it's what you call a long distance relationship.
Because you knew who he was.
Yeah. I know who he is for sure.
But you didn't go spend time with him.
Maybe I say from 5 to maybe. I say from 5 maybe to about 9. I probably seen him once a year, like Christmas type stuff.
So who would you say, as a young man growing up, who was that male role model that you had in your life?
Street niggas was my role model. Like the niggas who was balling, the niggas who was coming through old school on D's, or niggas who was riding 24, 26s. Right. Like, it was my role models, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what we looked up to, because it wasn't no, I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, now that I'm looking back at it, probably the closest positive male role model that you probably had around is if you was in sports. That probably would be your coach.
Your coach.
You know?
Because sometimes, you know, those street guys can be negative, but sometimes the street guys can be also positive.
For sure.
They can give you a lot of game. Some of them will tell you don't come in the street. Depends on what they see in you. So tell me something that you learned from those guys.
I remember one nigga I looked up to, he told me to never feel bad for investing in your family. Never feel bad for investing in your household. And that was something I had to learn. Like, let me be clear. Like, before I was expected to have kids, I was just another regular nigga in the trap, probably making $200-$300 a week, like less than minimum wage, just in the way. I didn't really. I feel like I ain't really just had my purpose and start really looking at life different till I was expected to have children. That's really? When I started. Yeah, that's when I started really. Like getting some real money, and you know what I'm saying?
Because that motivated you.
Yeah. It motivated me, and I know I grew up without a daddy, so in my mind it was just I had the blueprint on how to be a daddy, because it was like just do everything your daddy didn't do. So it was simple.
People say that's simple, but then once they get grown and end up in relationships and realize that some females can be difficult, because I've asked men that who grew up without a father, and now they're in their kid's life, but they're not with a woman. So they still have that broken household. They're still there for the child, but they realize that in a relationship, yes, I can try my best to make this work, but sometimes it doesn't work. Are you still with your child's mom?
No, man.
You see what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I do recognize that it has been normalized in terms of what single parent households in Black culture, broken homes.
Right.
I mean, you know, it is. You know, of course, a mother can't raise a man. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's understood. But at the same time, I think it's important that we fashion that these relationships between the baby daddy and the baby mama can still be healthy relationships. Exactly. Even though we're not together.
Exactly.
We don't have to be together for this to be a healthy relationship. You know, I just left my son football game with my son mama, and you know what I'm saying? It's a healthy relationship. Like, we not together. But, you know, she'll probably tell you, she probably kind of look at me more as a brother now. You know what I mean? So it ain't never no drama or no...
That's good.
I'm saying, but that's only for, you know, a father who doing everything he's supposed to do. Like, you know, it ain't nothing to complain about, or, you know what I'm saying? You know, it ain't no drama. You know, we just...
Yeah, we on Boss Talk 101. Yeah, we gon' talk.